save your life. And every night I will be with you. 'Cause every night I still lay you in that dream of the next solution. 'Cause every night I will make it right. And every night I will come to you. But every night it just stays the same in my dream of the next solution.
Welcome again, yo everyone. The Starlight Let's Player is here, and welcome to part 7 of Skullgirls' second Encore. Last part we played as Pinwheel. Now this time we're going to be playing as my favorite character, Valentine.
I guess I don't have any choice. It's up to her now. Pinwheel will need to finish what I couldn't.
Valentine, there are those that would interfere with my plan. Infiltrate Lab 8 and see to it they do not.
As you wish, Marie. I'll leave at once.
Okay, so ignoring this bullshit fight against Peacock, ladies and gentlemen, this is Valentine. As I said before, she's my favorite character, and I'll explain more on that. But yeah, Valentine is actually the last member of the Last Hope, which is actually an organization that worked for Lab 7, which was got rid of. But yeah, she's the last member of the Last Hope, and her entire team was killed by Double and Marie. I'll explain more on that. But yeah, she now works with Double and Marie behind the shadows, and she was, and as you can tell, if you can tell by the last part, she was the one responsible for Pinwheel's transformation. And surprisingly, she was actually the one character that actually replaced Squiggly and Umbrella in the initial lineup. So they did this in order to give a playable villain, a playable debut, I believe. So yeah, that's all I can say. That's pretty much all I can say to her come up. But yeah, there's a lot to unpack with Valentine. There's really a lot to pack with her. But yeah, I will say that she pretty much had a rough childhood, and you know, as you can tell, she pretty much lost her eye, but she never really bothered. She never really bothered replacing it though. She lost her eye in the incident that destroyed Lab 7, and the team Lab 7, they were not only responsible for the tests, but they were also responsible for test subjects themselves as well. You can also tell she also has scars on her lips, but you can't not see, and they were from a different time. So yeah, there's a lot to say about Valentine.
What's this? Pinwheel?
You'll pay for what you did to me, Valentine!
Killing me isn't part of your directive, which means you must be somehow resisting Brain Drain's control. You'd have to be incredibly strong to overcome his influence. I wonder... I think this warrants further study.
So yeah, I was, like I said before, Valentine's my favorite character to use in this game, and it's not just due to the amount of combos, but just the design herself. She's as they describe, she's pretty much of a mix of a naughty nurse and a sexy ninja, because, you know, her outfit is actually of a nurse outfit, like no shit. She's wearing, it's hard to explain, but yeah, her outfit is pretty much of a cross between a nurse and a ninja, or a kunarichi to be precise. But And yeah, and she also wears a black fudoshi, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of panties. Honestly, it's more like black panties to say the least. We'll just call it that.
No!
Pathetic. I thought I made you better than this, Painwheel. You're a failure. You'll never fulfill your purpose and defeat the Skullgirl.
My purpose? My purpose is to destroy you!
You're persistent, I'll give you that. Maybe you just need more time. Listen, weakling. If you're going to have any hope of exacting your revenge, you're going to have to be a lot stronger than that. If you ever get the nerve to try again, I'll be waiting for you in the Grand Cathedral.
I will kill you!
Good. I'm counting on it.
So yeah, as I said before, her outfit is pretty much of a cross between a nurse and a ninja, or kunoichi, whichever you want to call it. But yeah, she wears a skin-tight medical scrub top with pink cross buttons. Those cross buttons used to be red, as I said before, but they were actually, the colors were changed from red to pink. So yeah, make that of it as you will. But yeah. And as for her voice actress is actually Laura Post, and if you don't know her, she voiced as R4, one of the main villains from the Neptunia series. She also voiced as Nozomi from Love Live, School Idol Project, and she also voiced as Diana from Little Witch Academia. So, yeah, Laura Post definitely did amazing as the voice of Valentine. And surprisingly, her Japanese voice actress is Asami Imai, and if you don't know, she voiced as Ikaruga from Senran Kagura, as well as Noir from Neptunia. So you have R4's English voice actress and Noir's Japanese voice actress voicing as this character. So that's something real crazy. But yeah, just about the last hope. You know, the last hope was just a group of Black Ops. Well, an anti-Skullgirls lab operatives. They were entirely composed of combat medics, and yeah, the team was actually led by her colleague Christmas, who was actually the leader, with Valentine herself being the second in command. So there were five members of the team. Christmas, she's the team leader. Valentine, she's the second in command. Patty, she's the chief wielding AIV staff. Easter, she actually specialized in body bags. And finally, Hollow. And by the way, each of these characters pretty much has a play on from holidays, to say the least. You know, Christmas, Merry Christmas, Valentine, Valentine's Day. Patty, which was like a reference to like the Irish holidays. Easter, you know, St. Patrick's Day. And finally, Hollow, which stands for like Halloween. So yeah, these code names were actually pretty clever. And how they were all killed, well, Christmas was killed distracting Double, so giving Valentine the chance to fight Marie one-on-one. Patty was killed along with Easter by Marie's army, and Hollow herself was killed by Double. So they each had their own deaths, and as you saw in that cutscene, all four of the members were killed side by side. So, you know, it's kind of similar to Bardock, the father of Goku.
No!
You have failed, creature. The Trinity is not without mercy, and so I will make your death a quick one.
Stop, Double!
So that Double Crosser finally drops her ruse. And for what? This experiment of yours.
That experiment is my insurance policy.
The Trinity does not look kindly upon traitors.
So now that we're playing as Valentine, we're only facing off against Double. So this is just a one-on-one fight. So I will say about the amount of weapons that Valentine uses. All of her weapons are actually mementos, which was taken from her fallen comrades. As you can tell, she uses Christmas staples. She uses Patty's Ivy pole arm. She uses the body bags from Easter. And finally, Hollow's syringes. So, yeah, she pretty much has a good combination of all their weapons that were used. And her main weapon is a bone saw. So, yeah, Valentine is actually pretty good with combos, in my opinion, like I said, which is one of the reasons why I really like this character a lot and why she's my favorite. But not just that, as I said before, it's her design. Again, like I said before, she's a mix of a naughty nurse and a sexy ninja, but she's sexy overall. Like, God, like, no shit. Even like even ignoring the fact that like she has big boobs, you know, and she's very curvaceous, it's just that naughty seductive vibe she gives off.
You're still not ready, Painwheel. But maybe someday you won't be totally useless.
Don't patronize me, Valentine! I will get stronger and I will destroy you!
It's too late for that. I'll have to take care of this myself. And if I can't, come find me and we'll try again. And again, until you finally succeed.
Come back here! This isn't over!
Take care, Painwheel. Sorry, Marie. I quit.
We knew this day would come. It was inevitable and inconsequential. Destroying Lab 8 and Project Peacock was all that was required of you.
Glad there aren't any hard feelings then. I know what you really are and why you're here. You're nothing more than a pawn, just like me. But you let me get too close. Even if I die today, my research will aid the labs for generations. You got that? We're coming for you and your masters, monster. Count on it.
Enough.
Alright, so this time we're facing up against Marie yet again. So you're probably wondering why she's like a mix of a naughty nurse and sexy ninja. Well, it's just the fact that she fights like a ninja. She uses acrobatics. She uses a variety of hospital-themed weapons. Again, those weapons being the mementos from her fallen comrades. And she also uses a few ninjutsu-based attacks. Her primary weapon, again, as I said before, is a large bone saw. And the crosses on her legs, they can also be used as shurikens. So, as also enhancements in order to her kicks, being able to move along with her legs and spin rapidly. And so, yeah, she's basically a fighting nurse with the abilities of a fighting ninja, which is pretty cool. Combining a nurse and a ninja together with this character is actually just amazing. So I want to say, like, the craziest part is the fact that Marie was the one who ordered Valentine to be rid of the Lab 8, and I have no idea why. Considering that Peacock was created in, well, not created, but like she was recreated in Lab 8. So why get rid of the lab that she was a part of? Especially considering that Marie and Peacock were friends. I have no idea why she would actually do that, but I really do hope we actually get more info on that from Marie's story. You know, at least when it comes out in 2024. But yeah, there's really not much. I think that's pretty much everything I have to say about Valentine. She's my #1 favorite character. I really do like playing as her a lot, and it just, goddamn.
There. It's done. Now, what should I do with the skull heart? I can't bring back the last hope. I know how those wishes turn out. I'm heading deeper into enemy lines. And I'll be waiting for you, Painwheel. Skullheart, I wish to become the Skullgirl!
So that was Valentine's story. As you can saw by the ending, she was able to get the Skull Heart, but she realized that wishing her friends back will only cause them disaster. So instead, she wishes to become the Skull Heart, become the Skull Girl. And afterwards, we see Painwheel grabbing her bone saw, and yeah, it's not. It wasn't really a happy ending, but I say it was pretty much of an ending that really satisfied Valentine. And just like some of the other characters, she also had an unused alternate ending. So rather than perpetuating and using the Skull Heart in order to wish to become the Skullgirl, she decided to steal it in Lab Zero's vault. And she's returned to Brain Drain, who congratulated her, but then actually intends to punish her for her deception, which was causing the death of Nurse Christmas. And by the way, Brain Drain and Christmas, I believe they were pretty much like a couple together, considering that Brain Drain had punished Valentine for the cause of the death of Christmas. So yeah, and then Valentine was subjected to the same experiments as Painwheel. So yeah, not the brightest ending for Valentine. I'm actually glad they did not use these endings, because these alternate endings, they did not feel right especially for their characters. But yeah, that's enough of my rambling. That's Valentine's story. I was actually excited to actually do this because, again, she's my favorite character of all time. So the next character we'll do, and will be the last character of the original roster, we're going to be going through Double's storyline. But until then, this is the Starlight Let's Player signing out. As always, Goki Genyo, and have a star-tastic day, everyone.